Part 2. My girlfriend told me her friends were moving in rent-free, and I could just sleep on the couch. So I changed the locks while she was at brunch. So I wasn't planning to update. But the level of delusion involved here is Olympic level, and honestly, I'm petty enough to enjoy this. They slept in a U-Haul. Apparently, they'd already returned their apartment keys and had nowhere to go. Not my problem. This morning, I woke up to 50 missed calls. Finally answered her at noon. She didn't even say hello. She just screamed, "Jason, you psycho! You threw me out!" I said calmly. I didn't throw anything out. "Your belongings are in storage. 3 months paid. Key was taped to the door." She shrieked, "You can't kick me out!" "We live together." I replied, "You were a guest. A welcome guest until you tried to move 2 people into my home and put the homeowner on the couch. I declined your new living arrangement." She went silent, then hung up. After Sierra hung up on me, she apparently regrouped with Cam and Lila, who, by the way, still had their belongings stuffed in the back of a U-Haul like a clearance sale nobody wanted. Around 3 p.m., my doorbell rings. I check the camera. It's Sierra, Cam, and Lila. They're standing there like the world's worst girl group. Sierra is holding a tote bag. Cam looks angry. Lila looks sweaty and confused. I don't answer. A minute later, Sierra shouts, "Jason, open this door! You can't just abandon your girlfriend!" I press the doorbell mic and gently say, "You abandoned yourself when you tried to evict the owner." Cam jumps in. "This is illegal. You can't evict all of us. This is a shared residence." Shared residence. I almost choked, trying not to laugh. I said, "Cam, sweetheart, you have never lived here. You have never paid a cent here. You have no lease, no address, no toothbrush, no socks. You don't even have the Wi-Fi password." The gasp she let out sounded like a Victorian woman fainting. Lila yelled, "We already packed! Where are we supposed to go?" I shrugged into the microphone. "Back to your apartment?" Sierra cut in. "We can't go back. We told the landlord we were moving out. We cleaned the place." I paused. "You cleaned?" "Yes." "Like deeply cleaned?" "Yes, Jason." I smiled. Okay, good practice. Cam actually screamed. Like hands in the air shriek. The petty part. They spent 10 minutes banging on the door. I stayed on the couch eating grapes like a Roman emperor. Eventually, Sierra tried the crying tactic. Knocking softly, voice shaky. "Jason, baby, please. I don't have anywhere to go." I replied, "You have a fully paid storage unit with all your belongings. And you have your friends, who you apparently wanted to prioritize over your relationship. You made your choice." And then she hit me with, "But isn't it embarrassing for you to tell people your girlfriend left you?" Oh, my sweet summer child. I said, "Not nearly as embarrassing as telling people I let my girlfriend's freeloading friends take my master bedroom." The final straw, she tried to break in. No joke, Sierra tried her old key in the lock again. When that didn't work, she tried to slide a credit card along the doorframe like she was in a spy movie. Then, this is the best part, she tried to guilt-trip me by yelling, "This isn't you! You're being manipulated!" I said, "Yeah, by peace and quiet." A few minutes later, they gave up and trudged back to their truck like sad Sims characters, petty cherry on top. As they drove away, I checked the camera again. The U-Haul door wasn't latched properly. It rolled up. Half their stuff nearly spilled out onto the street. I watched them scramble to shove everything back inside, slamming the door repeatedly while yelling at each other. I didn't help. I didn't even pretend to. Sat on my porch steps with my iced tea like, damn, tragic. Later text from Sierra, "You'll regret this. Love doesn't just disappear." I answered, "Love doesn't. Respect does." Blocked. Last part, my girlfriend. Told me her friends were moving in rent-free, and I could just sleep on the couch. So I changed the locks while she was at brunch. It's been 3 weeks since I changed the locks and ended whatever situation that was with Sierra. And honestly, my life has never been quieter, cleaner, or better scented. Turns out my scented candles were the nice ones. Anyway, here's everything that's happened since. Sierra's mom called me and surprised me. 3 days after the petty meltdown incident, I get a call from an unknown number. It's Sierra's mom, who I expected to scream at me. Instead, she sighs and says, "Jason, honey, I'm not calling to fight. I just want to confirm what exactly she did, because the story she told me sounded insane." So I told her everything. The rent-free plan, the master bedroom theft, the "you can sleep on the couch" part, the attempted break-in, the U-Haul meltdown. There was a long pause. Then she muttered, "Lord, give me strength." Apparently, this wasn't Sierra's first freeloading friend stunt, just the worst one. She ended the call with, "You were far too patient with her. I hope you find someone who respects you." Unexpected, but nice. Last week, she showed up again. I saw her walking up the driveway holding a handwritten letter, a bag of cookies, and a tiny stuffed bear. Doorbell rings. I answered this time. She looked tired, sad, very rom-com apology scene. She handed me the letter. "I'm not asking to move back in. I just want us to try again." I opened the letter in front of her. It said, "I'm sorry you felt disrespected, but you didn't have to be so cruel." I closed it. "Sierra, that's not an apology. That's a PR statement." She looked offended. "I'm trying! We can fix this!" I shook my head. I don't want a relationship where I have to protect my home from my partner. She started crying and asked, "Is that really it? After everything? It ended when you told me to sleep on my couch in my own house." She me the cookies. I handed them back. She walked to her car sobbing. I didn't feel triumphant. I just felt done. And now the unexpected ending. A week after the breakup conversation, I was at my usual coffee shop. The barista, Maya, noticed I was reading the same mystery novel she loves. We chatted. Then we chatted again a few days later. Then we ended up talking for 40 minutes about books, weird customers, and how she once accidentally stole a traffic cone. She asked, "So how's your week going?" I snorted, quieter, a lot quieter. Fast forward, we've gone on 2 dates. Nothing serious yet. Slow, respectful, chill. She's funny, grounded, has her own place. And this part truly healed my soul. When she heard the story, she said, "If someone tried to put you on a couch in your house, I would have helped you change the locks." And that was the moment I felt the universe high-five me. Final thoughts. My house is peaceful. My life is calm. My couch is not being used as a bed. Sierra is out of my life. Her friends are out of hers. And for the first time in months, I feel like the homeowner again. If there's anything this entire disaster taught me, it's this. Never ignore the small red flags just because the relationship feels comfortable. Comfort isn't commitment. Respect is. I let little things slide. Sierra borrowing my stuff without asking. Sierra telling her friends, "Jason won't mind," about things I didn't even know about. Sierra acting like the house was ours, even though she contributed nothing to it. Sierra assuming generosity meant unlimited access. I told myself these were quirks. Normal couple stuff, temporary. They weren't. They were warnings. And when someone shows you they don't respect your boundaries, believe them. Don't wait for the deluxe 4K resolution version of the disrespect. Sierra finally gave me that in the form of telling me her friends were moving in rent-free, handing them the master bedroom, and assigning me the couch in my own house, all without blinking. That wasn't a miscommunication. That wasn't a bad day. That was exactly who she was when she thought she had the power. And the moment someone feels entitled to rearrange your entire life without asking, you're not a partner, you're a resource. The second I understood that, everything became easy. Change the locks, clean the house, pack the boxes, and reclaim my peace. No yelling, no drama, just clarity. And honestly, the real lesson is this. Love is optional. Boundaries are not. And anyone who reacts badly to your boundaries was benefiting from you not having any. I didn't lose a girlfriend, I lost an anchor. And I gained my home, my calm, my respect for myself, and possibly someone new who sees me as a person, not a convenience. If you're reading this and you've been ignoring the signs, here's your nudge. If they wouldn't do it to their own home, don't let them do it to yours, literally or emotionally. Set the boundary. Hold the boundary, and you'll be shocked how fast the wrong people remove themselves. Thanks for reading. The end.